is here on the corner. And then there's more subdivisions to the south of Frank Walkup, but quite a bit of vacant land that's just wooded, quite a bit of that land around it currently. And this is the zoning map, of course. So the orange color is for R1 low-density residential. So this project, they've been requesting acceptance for several months. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Lyde. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
All of the punch list comments that are shown have been addressed. We have no outstanding items.
Excellent. Do we have any questions or comments from the board? We'll entertain a motion if none.
Make a motion to give a favorable recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen.
Second.
We have a motion for a favorable and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Items number 4 has been withdrawn and number 5 has been deferred, Mr. Logan.
That's correct.
Thank you, sir. Item number 6, site plan, commercial shell building, Lot 3, new building totaling 7,206 square feet on 1.96 acres, requested by James Lukens. Property located at 5486 Murfreesboro Road, tax map 18B, Group E, parcel 5.02, C2 Highway Service Commercial Zoning District, property owned by Jamshid Sharifi, Jamshid Mohibi, and Payman Baruzi. Mr. Logan.
So this is a request for site plan approval for the property on Murfreesboro Road, and this property is next to, not immediately adjacent, but 2 lots down from the Washtopia Car Wash. So you can see there on the screen, this is the existing building that's been there about 4.5 years. And it's been under construction all of that time, so it's not been CO'd as of yet. But you're probably familiar with that building since it's been there a while. Over here, just closer to the railroad tracks, so that'd be just west of this existing building, is where the applicant would like to build a second retail center. So in the wider view, you can see Walmart to the upper right corner, and all of the Walmart parking area. And this property is zoned C2, of course, which is commercial, as is the rest of Murfreesboro Road. So we're looking at these parcels here. And recently the property, you probably remember, had a plat, and so it takes a while for that plat to work through the system. So the GIS is still showing the 2 lots as of tonight. So here's a site photo, and there was an older building that was demolished some time ago, but it was basically like a garage that was a metal building. So that was torn down, and this is the remaining concrete from that structure. And then you can see the existing other retail center that's been there for about 4.5 years. So this is the site plan that was submitted, and you can see the existing building there on the right of the screen. And
That's not it. That's the old one.
oh well, we have the paper ones. I think they didn't submit it on time, so
Okay.
if they don't submit, the old one stays in. They did bring the paper ones late, which is what Jake will pass out to you all. Oh, okay. Well, then they didn't submit at all.
No, they did, because I got this one. So there's my copy. You can show everybody. It's important because the driveway line up.
They had asked them to do that.
So has staff reviewed these plans?
Yes, these are the plans that engineering and utilities
I
reviewed.
think the only change was the driveway. So
And they tidied up some stuff.
there hasn't been any change except realigning that drive. And if y'all remember, a couple weeks ago, the applicant did not want to do that, so that's kind of what's caused all of the confusion. And they did not resubmit on time, which staff has no control over that, so you've got the old plan on the screen.
Like cleaning.
We can only baby so much.
So, just clarify again, Bo. So the plan, the paper plans, the ones they've submitted or not submitted?
That's the resubmittal.
That's a resubmittal.
It's the latest.
Okay, and it is the one that engineering and utilities reviewed, and all comments were addressed.
Okay.
So we're satisfied with this
Yes.
paper set plans.
And it includes I'm not seeing it includes lining up with the driveways.
Correct.
Okay. And then,
The same drawing that Mr. Lukens passed out to you all the other day.
okay. And Ms. Logan, just a quick question. It meets the parking requirements?
It does. Yeah, nothing has changed, like I said, except that driveway, which I understand from 2 weeks ago, the applicant didn't want to do that. But I think as you all urged them, they have decided to do that. But that's the only difference on what's on the screen and what is on the paper that you just saw.
I think the alignment is much better than what it was, so we appreciate that. Do we have any other questions or comments from the board?
Make a motion to accept as
Thank you, ma'am.
submitted in paper.
We have a motion to accept as submitted from the paper copy. Do we have a second?
A second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, everyone. Item number 7. Recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for subdivision acceptance, Portico Place, Section 2, Phase 1, property located off Blair Road, requested by SEC Inc., PDR Planned Density Residential Zoning District. Mr. Logan.
So this is another request for subdivision acceptance, and this time it's at Portico Place. So you can see on the screen, this is off of Blair Road, just at the end of Sam Ridley Parkway, where it ends in Smyrna. And get back. So the acceptance is for all of these lots that you see here in the GIS. Just to clarify that. And then this is the zoning map. This is zoned PDR, which is planned density residential. And here are some site photos. That were taken last week. So since it's an acceptance, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Lott. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
All of the punch list items that are specific to Phase 1, which is what's being requested, have been addressed.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, just have one question for the staff, if I could.
Please,
Just
sir.
a question for staff. So, I understand we're doing the recommendation for the acceptance. On item 4, they withdrew it. Is there a reason why they're withdrawing it for Section 2, Phase 2, and we're moving forward with Section 1, Phase 1? Just want to clarify.
The reason is that the Phase 2 is tied directly to the Blair Road improvements that are not complete yet. Phase 1 is not.
Thank you.
So we're holding them up on that.
Any further questions or comments? We'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion for a favorable recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen.
We have a motion
I'll
for
second.
favorable and a second by Mayor Cole. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Item number 9. Skip moving. Nope. Item number 8. See, glad I looked. Recommendation to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, amendment to the zoning ordinance, amend Article 4, Section 4.010, off-street parking requirements, presented by Mr. Kyle Brown, Mr. Bo Logan. Mr. Logan.
Thanks. So this is just a continuation of the discussion that's ongoing about reducing the overall amount of parking for high-density developments. I know last workshop, 2 weeks ago, we passed out some handouts, so I don't know if there's been discussion. I didn't hear directly from anyone about it after the workshop, so I don't know if there were changes to be made, but
I'm going to make a motion to defer to next month on this. I think that we need to get this a little bit more hashed out.
I'll second that motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We'll address that at workshop. Item number 9, Preliminary plat, Cheney Place, creation of easements on 4.3 acres requested by SEC Inc., property located on Cheney Boulevard, tax map 28, parcels 10 and 11, R3 High Density Residential Zoning District, property owned by Old South Properties, Inc. Mr. Logan.
So this is preliminary plat, request for approval, and this is the Cheney Place development. This plat will create easements for driveways, parking, et cetera. And this property is zoned R3, which is high-density residential zoning. So on the screen, you can see the two existing dwellings that are on the property. And this is Cheney, roughly in the middle of the image. To the bottom right is Laverne High School. So it's not too far away from this development. And the zoning is R3, which is the green color shown there on the map. So this is the plat that was submitted by the applicant that shows the layout of the easements for the future development. They are proposing 50 townhomes at this site. And I believe all the technical comments were already addressed. So that completes the report. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any questions or comments? Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion to accept, sir?
Yes.
A motion to accept. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Item number 10, site plan, Cheney Place. 5 townhomes on 4.3 acres requested by SEC Inc., property located on Cheney Boulevard.
5?
50. My apologies. Thank you, Mayor. Let's start over. Site plan, my apologies, Old South. Site plan, Cheney Place, 50 townhomes on 4.3 acres requested by SEC Inc., property located on Cheney Boulevard, tax map 28, parcels 10 and 11, R3 High Density Residential Zoning District, property owned by Old South Properties, Inc. Mr. Logan. Thank you, Mayor.
So this is the request for site plan approval that goes along with the previous item. And you can see, again, here's the property with the 2 existing dwellings. And they'll be demolished with this project. And then this is fronting Cheney, and then behind to the east side is Summit Lane. And then there's the zoning map again and the property. So this is the driveway that leads up to the dwelling. You can see there in the photo. And then south of this one is a mobile home. And again, they'll be demolished or moved for this, so construction can take place. So the site plan is there on the screen. And again, it's 50 units total. There are 2 entrances for ingress egress on Cheney. And then the mail kiosks will be in the front as well between the 2 entrances. And right now this plan shows 4 units that will be attached in each building. Of course, there is a playground, and the dumpster enclosures are at the south end of the project. And not much has changed in the last month or so with the layout, so no change there. And I believe there's no outstanding technical comments, so that completes the report.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any questions or comments on this item? Mayor?
Mr. Logan, can you just clarify for me where that, that mailbox kiosk is again? Your pointer went very quickly past that.
So it's right there,
Okay.
yeah.
Other questions?
And then, do want to thank the engineer. I know you got me some elevations over, on that, so thank you for that. With that, I'll make a motion to accept as submitted.
We have a motion to accept. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11, Pride Truck Sales, addition of 49 parking spaces on 13.18 acres, requested by SEC Inc. Property located on Industrial Boulevard, tax map 14, part of parcel 5, I-2 Heavy Industrial Zoning District, property owned by 131 Industrial Boulevard Holding Corporation. Mr. Logan.
So this is the Pride Truck Sales project. They are requesting approval of a site plan for a new parking lot. And you can see there on the screen, this property is shaped sort of like a backward C. And it is right behind the pilot station near I-24. This project fronts industrial, but it is right behind the pilot. So this is the this is the pilot in front of the Pride Truck Sales. The parking lot would go roughly here. You can see the green roof is the existing office building. So in this area that's shown as grass would be the updated parking or new parking. So the zoning map, again, you can see the property outlined in the blue, and it is heavy industrial zoning. So that's the green building here, existing office building, and in this photo you can see the pilot canopy and gas station beyond their property.
That's the old ones also.
So this is the one they have paper copies for?
Yeah.
I believe.
So this is the applicant that provided paper copies. And this is the site plan shown on the screen. So the existing office building is shown here near the top of the image, and then the parking lot is laid out in front of that and all the way up to Industrial Boulevard. And that completes the report. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. All technical items have been taken care of on this, sir?
Engineering utilities, yes, sir.
Everyone's happy? Thank you. Questions or comments from the board? Mayor? Would you state your name and address for the record, sir?
John Miner with SEC, 850 Middle Tennessee Boulevard, Murfreesboro.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mr. Minor, was it worked out how to prevent trucks from pulling into this and parking? I actually just saw 2 days ago one parked right in front of, in the grass, right next to, right in front of the building, parking overnight, so.
Yeah, it appeared to have one parked in front when I came here today too. So it was definitely a concern, and that was a good comment on your part at workshop. They've agreed to put wrought iron fence basically around the entire parking area with gates at the access points with fire mechanisms to open for fire safety.
Okay, and is that on the new plans? 'Cause,
Yes. It should be on the set that you got.
1.1, I don't see it.
1.1 is master plan. You won't really be able to see it. On sheet 2.0, so the next sheet, you should see an X dash line.
Say that one more time, what was that?
On sheet 2.0, there should be a line around it that looks like an X with lines connecting between them, and a call out at the entrance.
Can you come up here and show me?
No, it's not on that hard copy.
Is there another version of the hard copy?
Bo, did you receive the second set that we submitted later?
Okay, John, if I could, because I do see a fence line, but it's not all the way around, it's one place.
No, it's existing fence.
Yeah, so there's, no, this is the one I picked up and looked at yesterday.
The set that we sent PDFs on in hard copy Wednesday, have it.
Find anything, Mr. Coates?
Yeah, you have to go
Okay.
up
Good enough.
and
And we don't have a sample of it.
that one still says Industrial Boulevard, it has the old title on it.
The deadline was Monday, so, I mean, it's up to them. But they don't, I don't set the deadline, they do. It's up to them.
Explain after, but, it is shown.
He sent an email, we were already in leadership training,
Around.
so I didn't even get it. He sent it at 7:06 PM one night. It's in my inbox. But, yeah, that's what I thought. They were all current. I don't know what he said. Mm-hmm.
It'd be down here.
Is it one of those deals, where did you take out the old one?
That's existing.
It might be right after.
Same thing, it's dark,
Oh, okay, because again, that's the one that was submitted before workshop.
but it routes around, and then we have a call out at the entrance locations.
So we didn't get a submitted copy of that, did we?
Can you guys want to see this?
So we submitted Monday, and then we submitted another copy Wednesday.
Sean, pass it down, Sean.
The Wednesday copy, they did agree to add the fencing. The Monday copy that I guess you guys have did not have it.
Was the Wednesday submitted via email or?
It was digital and a hard copy.
Did y'all not receive those?
Yeah, so the email was sent at 7:06 PM Wednesday night. So I was probably in bed at my old age. And then we had leadership training all day Thursday. But I think all of that doesn't matter. The deadline's Monday, and people are supposed to submit on Monday. And this is what happens when people don't.
And
the-
I'm feeling slightly uncomfortable because I feel that as staff, it needs to be scrutinized and reviewed. So,
We don't have the ability, and neither would anybody in this room, to get 3 submittals on 3 different days. When people try to take vacation time and go to the doctor and people are out and have lives to live, that's why the deadline's Monday. And I've said enough about it.
we'll get through it.
I know that Graham probably shares my sentiment because he's told me before to follow the rules.
For a number of years, if it was not on time, it was
Not on time.
it's not on time. So on 2 notes. One, we really don't have a big hard copy in front of us. I feel it hasn't been scrutinized enough by staff, and we don't have a sample of the fencing, so, which is,
Did send the picture, but either
So-
way, I mean,
so-
if I gotta come back from New York, I'll come back from New York. As
Well-
much as I love coming down here,
Can you
I'd
bring
like to
some
get this
pizza?
done. Pardon me?
Will you bring pizza?
Well, yeah, but we're trying to get that lot cleaned up. You can see the trucks are all in disarray up there on the
yes, sir. Yeah,
It
and
does not look good. We want to get it secure so that we don't have people. We agreed to do the fencing because Mayor brought it up last time. It's a great idea. Pilot, they're in and out, they're in the back. We want to get it taken care of.
Yeah.
But it also will allow us to display the trucks in a nice fashion so it doesn't look like a hodgepodge and it actually looks like a business down there.
We just have to cover our tails because we've had instances where contingencies were given, contingencies weren't followed, and it went through a very lengthy court battle that really went nowhere, so.
we don't want to miss anything, and that's the biggest thing for yourselves and ourselves as a city, so, and I'll entertain a motion.
To defer, I'll make a
Motion
motion.
to defer.
Our second.
We have a motion to defer by Mr. Coates, we have a second by Mayor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We'll see you at workshop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 12, set bond amount for McCormick Place, map 14F, Group A, parcel 1.01, and tax map 14, parcels 36, 36.01, and 36.02, requested by Wamble and Associates, PDR, Planned Density Residential Zoning District. Mr. Logan.
So this is a request to set the bond amount for McCormick Place. And McCormick's located on Bill Stewart Boulevard. And it is on PDR, of course. So for the submittal, the applicant, per the subdivision regulations, submitted 3 construction bids, which was an average plus the required 20% contingency, and a stamped estimate provided by the engineer. Bids came from Four Star Paving, Gibbs Construction, and Sessions Paving Company, and the engineer's estimate comes to $123,000 total. And that completes the report. Thanks.
Well, and just as per Mr. Coates's comments, all 3 proposals have been properly signed now.
And staff is satisfied with that number?
Yes.
Thank you. Questions or comments from the board?
Appreciate the applicant getting the signatures. I know it's a pain, but it's just keeping us straight here.
I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to set the bond at $123,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Item number 13, bonds and letters of credit. Ma'am, if you don't mind.
Hello, Mr. Chairman and Board. You guys should have the bond list in front of you. There are 2 that are expiring this month, but they are in process of renewing. We should get that either tomorrow or probably Friday. So that should do it.
Very good. Any questions or comments on that item? Thank you, everyone. Meeting adjourned.